Here's the box that the log splitter came in. Superhandy, 20-ton. Box isn't very big, but it's heavy. It's like 140 pounds. But I'm hoping that it's packaged well. Nothing's broken. So I'm gonna start unboxing this. You know, I'm pretty surprised at how well packaged this is. It really seems like it's packed pretty nice. First impressions after getting it all unwrapped and laid out. These are all the parts that were in that box. Really not a whole lot here. It shouldn't be too hard to put together. The only thing I found, and I don't know if you can see this very well, but the end of this fitting here is kind of dinged up a little bit, which isn't a big deal, I don't think. What do you expect? It went on a long boat ride and hitchhiked in a semi across the United States. So it looks like the reservoir for the hydraulic fluid is integral to the basically frame. So that's cool. It has some never flat wheels on it. They're just solid. This thing is so cheap, it's funny. This metal. Here's all the bolts and hardware. Came with a wrench and a funnel. One thing you should know about these, I think the majority of them do not come with hydraulic fluid or engine oil. So I got those before this was ever even delivered. So here's the paperwork that came with it. I do like the warranty stuff. From what I've heard on this unit, because I did some research on it, is if anything fails, they are pretty good about sending you replacement parts, so then you don't have to send the whole unit back and then get a different one. And funny story, there's a splitter just like this. I think it's blue. It's the color blue, and it's called a Landworks or something. But anyway, online I saw a used log splitter like this that was for sale. It was a Superhandy, so it was orange, but the cylinder on it was blue or gray or something like that. And it's because their cylinder failed, and then the company sent them a replacement one, but they didn't send them the orange Superhandy cylinder. They sent the Landworks one, which was like blue or gray or something, so their color scheme was all messed up. It was kind of funny, but it's good to know that they'll send you the parts you need if you need it. Then it came with a owner's manual for the engine, which is cool. That has, you know, capacities and part numbers and all that stuff. High altitude stuff. I'm not high, so I don't need that. California exhaust crap. You know, I don't need that. So here's the operator's manual with the directions and the parts and everything in there. So this is my first step before I even put this thing together. Anytime you buy something like this where you have to put it together, before you even start, make sure you have all your parts. And I already checked it over, and I think I have everything, even though there's like weird numbers, like 3 of these, 1 of this, 2 of those. But I think it's all there, which is surprising to me, because a lot of the bad reviews on this splitter was people saying they were missing parts. Now, I already threw away the plastic bag, but it came in a plastic bag, so parts can't really like get loose unless somebody really throws the box around and then the parts rip through the bag. And obviously check the box before you go leaving terrible reviews and all that. Make sure there's nothing rolling around in the box, which I've already done. So with everything here and accounted for, then I think I can start putting it together. I'm so stupid. I put the frame on the back the wrong direction. It's supposed to be on this side where you mount the engine. So I gotta flip that quick. So that was stupid. Like I said, look at the directions. I noticed I had this on wrong because when I was trying to put the engine on, the hydraulic oil fill was right next to the engine and it didn't make sense. So I double checked and I had this on wrong. So if you look at the time lapse too, I even tried putting that hose right here and that's not where that goes. I'm glad I double checked. So I had to loosen the top of this hose a little bit to get it to bend, so then it lined up okay. And then I just retightened it after I got this tightened down. Based on these fittings, they all seem to be the type of fittings that don't require dope or tape, so I didn't do that. We'll see if they leak or not. So another thing that I messed up is this flex hose here. I don't know why I put it through that. I don't know. But I gotta take it off and it just goes directly from here to the pump. Well, there's how it's looking. I think I got all the hoses tightened as much as I could. Pretty slick little unit. I think I understand the whole marketing idea with this, in that people want gas log splitters at a good price delivered. And so I think that's what they tried doing here. Obviously, you saw with the design, there's, you know, basically 3 sections to this whole thing. There was the main frame, and then there's the engine frame at the bottom, and then the cylinder. You take all those apart, you know, it's compact and able to be shipped in a box like that. So I wasn't really gonna get a log splitter. I wanted to get a gas one, but I knew that I wouldn't be splitting enough to justify, you know, spending $1,300-1,400 on a good one. And I've seen these Superhandys around, and you know, they're usually between, I'd say, the late $700 range up to $1,000 delivered. Well, this particular one I got brand new on Amazon for $560. So I thought maybe it was a part of me thought maybe it could be a scam, or I thought maybe they're selling, like, marketing them as brand new but selling the ones that are broken or defective as you know, at the low price of $560. But this was brand new, and I was really surprised I got that good of a price on this. And of course, it's only together. I haven't put any engine oil in and any hydraulic fluid, and I haven't started it, but I'm hoping everything checks out okay with it. One thing you should know about this, and I talked about this in my video with my electric Wen 6.5 ton splitter, is that I didn't want to get one of these because it has a free floating cylinder. Meaning this cylinder just goes out on its own and then retracts, and there's no guides on this rail to keep this thing from bending the ram or the cylinder. And so what I thought is I would make something that will help guide this, because I don't want to put a piece of wood in there that's, you know, just hard enough that it'll split it, but it'll start to, like, push the ram sideways and then end up bending the entire cylinder. And earlier in this video I talked about how somebody online had one of these, but it had a blue cylinder on it, even though it was an orange Superhandy. And I'm guessing that they bent their cylinder because there's no guides that help keep this straight. I'm guessing that's what happened. In a lot of the reviews that I've read on these, that's what's happening to people, and I don't like that. I used to have a Champion gas splitter that was pretty much the exact same size as this, maybe smaller. But it was so professional. It had the guides and everything. It was made of really high quality parts, and it had I-beam construction. It didn't have the integral hydraulic tank in the frame of it. I mean, it was just really, it was heavy duty. But it was only a 7 ton. So, and I didn't use it enough, so I ended up selling it. But that unit was a lot more comfortable than this, and I'm hoping that the Superhandy is a game changer. And it's a 20 ton. 40,000 pounds of force is quite a lot coming out of a little unit like this. And it has a 7.5 second cycle time. Oh, it says right there too. But that's fast. So this one here, you have to take 2 hands. One holds down the screen button and the other one pushes a lever. I don't like that. I think it's uncomfortable. I'd rather just have a gas engine running, and then you just have to, you know, hold the lever forward to split it, and then when you let go, it auto retracts and locks into place, you know. So when you're ready for the next log, you just push it forward again. It's nice. So